Hello, I'm here this morning to show you how to use the spade in order to edge your lawn. And in fact, edging the lawn is probably the first job that one should do if you want the lawn to actually look nice and perfect, even if you didn't have time to cut it all for whatever reason, because it starts raining or whatever not. But once you have that edging done, it actually looks perfect. There is a method to follow, and the idea behind that method is to prevent that the lawn itself will invade the flower beds. In this case, there isn't a flower bed at the edge, but you want to create a little bit of definition so that later on when you come with the lawnmower, it's nice and easy and you keep that straight line. So effectively, I'm going to create pretty much a wall between the lawn and the edge, and that wall has to be very perpendicular and sort of pretty much cut through the roots of the grass. So I'm going to get on with it. The spade is the best tool for this. Sometimes people buy that half a moon tool, but the half a moon tool, in my opinion, doesn't go deep enough to create the same effect. So I'm going to be able to use the edge of the spade to cut a very, very perpendicular wall. I'm not going to put it like this. I'm going to make sure that that's very perpendicular, and I'm going to have to keep an eye for that line to be very straight line. In fact, if I didn't have good eye, it would be good for me to come over with a bit of paint and actually do it. So let's get on with it. You start on one corner, keep it at a perpendicular, and put your weight on the spade, and as you lift it, you can kick out the piece of soil that you just took out. Then move on to another section. Always bend your knees, never your back. Next section, always make sure that you're keeping an eye on the line, that it should be nice and straight. And as you can see already, there is a good bit of a wall being formed, which is kind of the cut-off point between where the lawn is and where the flower beds would be. Obviously, once you do this properly, you don't have to take so much soil every year. You would come back to this to maybe kind of give it a little bit of freshness, but you would never need to take out so much soil ever again. Okay. All right, so more or less that's the type of finish that you're looking for. And as you can see, that's a very, very sort of vertical line. And it gives you that cut-off point where the roots of grass are actually interrupted and they would be floating in there. And so you are preventing that the grass will invade the flower bed. And when you come over with the lawnmower, that's going to give you a perfect edge in there. Now, the weight of the lawnmower itself is going to push that ground over and over. So maybe every 3 years you might have to come back with this, but you will never have to take that much soil out of the flower bed again. This time is probably the first time we do that edging there, and it will take a lot of soil, but then the next time it will just be sort of improving. So that's the edging and the use of the spade. I hope that you enjoyed that.